Hi, I'm Stephanie Rosenberg, and welcome to Yoga for Peace and Reconciliation interviews brought to you by Lighthouse Media and Yoga. Today I have with us Virginia, who has developed her own style of yoga called Vimala. Hi, Virginia.
So Vimala yoga is really kind of developed from my own experiences. I kind of started as a very avid, enthusiastic teacher and kind of tailored off and realized the qualities that I wanted to bring to my teaching was something very specific, and it was very much focused on relaxation and being in the moment. So from that I kind of stemmed a process where I took some of the teachings that I've been given, but also just kind of adapted a few things because I felt it just was more in keeping with my purpose and my direction. A place that's comfortable for you, and especially here in the city, I teach a lot of people in the city, so they come in and they're frenetic and they're in a different space because the energy of the city is that, So it's like bringing them back to themselves, and even though they may know a sequence or they may know what's happening, it's like, are you really experiencing it? Are you with where you're at right now and not thinking about the next movement, what's coming next? Because we're so controlled by the future or the past. So it's like, forget what happened before, try and focus. And it is hard to come to that place, but it's just like, okay, let's give it a try. It's really important in this day and age to just, because everything, whenever we're around anyone, we influence them, by who we're showing up to be in whatever circumstance. And if we can't express that, and it's bottled up, and it affects our body, our physicality, our mind, everything. So it's about a sense of release and feeling okay with that. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to, whatever happens.
What has sparked or inspired you to go out there and create Vimala?
I think just, again, my own experiences and just realizing that my students could go a lot further than where I'm able to take them in the context I was teaching.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, it's a certain format, it's a certain context, and I have taught outside of that, and it was nice to experiment and not to be reined in and told you have to do it this way, or, not that I ever am really, but it's you want to respect the school you come from, so that's where I teach right now. So, I still respect that, that's my kind of home base, but then if I springboard off it, I can kind of be more open, which is,
how do you personally define yoga? What is yoga to you?
I think yoga for me is everything. It's from the breathing, from walking down the street. I used to kind of confine my yoga to just on the mat, and I realized that yoga isn't just that. Yoga is everything. Yoga is who you're being, who you're showing up to be. It's your experiencing with other people. It's giving to the beggar on the street or not. It's the choices you make moment to moment. Childlike energy of connecting to who we are and how we can just dance and have fun. It doesn't have to look a certain way, and just get rid of those preconceived ideas that yoga is very serious. I mean, some aspects are, but it's just, let's be free in ourselves. I'm working a job which wasn't really working out for me, and so the universe just opened stuff up, and I was like, okay, I want to go back to India, I don't care what I'm doing. I did like a crash course in yoga, and off I went. A lot of it is we hold so much within us, and there's so much chaos going around us that we think we have to look a certain way. And it's like, no, you don't. Just, if you break a smile, it makes everything easier, If you just breathe, it makes everything easier. Greatest quality. I think really connecting, the humanness of being human, just being connected, being there for each other. We get driven, we're driven by the gizmos, and it's like, no, we drive them, so it's like finding that relationship to the environment and the gadgets we're given so that we can utilize them but not allow them to take over our life. No matter how we seek outside of ourselves, it's just like, okay, come back in.
Virginia.
That we unite. I think that's a big one. Come together, and that we get beyond our kind of place where we're at, because it feels like things are really stuck right now. And I think there's a big shift going to happen, finding a way to get beyond it. And I think we need to be supportive of each other to kind of come together.